Hey you guys, welcome in to Divine Golden Master, where we master being divine at this 3D reality, okay? So you guys, I am at the waterfall, taking in the vibes, and I wanted to just do a quick chit chat with you guys, so it's probably gonna just be the eyebrows and the hair and the chit chat. But I wanted to talk about this concept. I was watching this morning Cecily on Black Magic. It's like a podcast. It's like Black Magic 369 or something like that. And they were just talking about how she was a psychic for Bobby Hemmett, which, number one, I never knew that. So I thought that was insanely crazy that I never knew that. And I really resonate with Cecily's energy and Bobby Hemmett energy. So it was just crazy that like I know that she was older, and I know she had been around for a very long time, but I just did not know that they crossed paths of life together. So I was just like, damn, that's so dope, and so much in alignment with what I am into. Right, I really resonate with both of them, and um, when I went to her event that she had last summer with it's like Wizards of something. I'm gonna look it up and try to put it into the video, like screenshot it or whatever. But when I looked into it, when I went there, it was really beautiful to be a part of an event where everyone was conscious and people were really living a conscious lifestyle. So ever since then, like I really just wanted to be a part of the experience with her and just kind of like join in into what she does. But so I just been kind of like, but I'm really at the same time I like things to happen like divinely guided, right? So I just been every now and then, patron her business going and getting the food, and I must say the food is amazing. Y'all know I did a vlog video about it, and I absolutely love her food. And she was just talking. Oh, that smells so good. Somebody's up here lighting an incense. Oh my god, it smells so good. But I really love her food, and she was talking about on the podcast how she went to her altar demanding her ancestors and her spirit guides and everybody, on her soul journey to give her the guidance and the direction on exactly what her life purpose is, right? And like without a shadow of a doubt. And she was like, I was really having like a spiritual tantrum, right? And I just feel like, honestly, like in a lot of ways, I really resonate with that energy, especially right now in my life. Like, I'm not really necessarily frustrated with spirit because I know everything happens for a reason and everything is divinely guided. But it's kind of like this energy where it's like kind of frustrated on not seeing certain manifestations, if I could be completely honest. And I really feel like that comes from just the conscious mind, right? Our conscious mind has this idea, but then our soul's path has a whole nother idea. So I just thought it was very interesting. So I was in alignment with that when she was talking about it. Then the next thing she went to was she was guided to food, right? And like I feel like number one of my main things in my spiritual journey taught me is like I'm a Virgo, so I'm a very much down to the T type of person, plan things out, always organizing things like that. And being on my spiritual journey and really just tapping into the essence and the beautiful energy of the divine collective, it's taught me it's like it's a bigger plan happening at all times that yes, you may not be aware of it, but it's happening like that on purpose too, because it's like if we was aware of it, we probably would sabotage it, right? So yeah, so she started talking about that. She threw her spiritual tantrum, and then she went into talk about how she got into the food thing, and it didn't even really start off exactly how she thought. It started off as plates, and she was doing it for the wellness, right? Trying to heal through food, and because of some type of disease that she was experiencing. So I want to just highlight that part right there, okay? 4 o'clock. A lot of us are experiencing tragic and intense moments in our life, and it's really these moments are happening really to align us with whatever our divine purpose may be. And a lot of times we expect things to look one way, and it really doesn't never really look that way. And it's like we have to get out of the thought of thinking we know or feeling like we know how things should look. You know what I mean? And in that moment, she found her purpose. Was her purpose to Silly's, and she knew she was doing the raps and all that. She said she wasn't even doing raps at first. So I say these messages to inspire somebody today to look at the bigger picture, to slow down and look at the bigger picture and see. And for some of us, our spirit guides are telling us it's time for you to get in the driver's seat. What is the saying I've been telling y'all? Horace said what? What did Horace say? When I was a child, the elementals protected me. And then when I became an adult, the elementals worked for me. Okay, so a lot of us are in alignment with this energy of the elementals are working for us now, but we must command them, right? This is a channel I got through looking into her life and looking into her story. It's really a divine example for all of us, because we know Tassili represents, she's Tassili Ma'at. We know who Ma'at is, balance, right? And she was telling a story about that, about how Ma'at had one child and she had a deformed child. And I feel like that's another energy that's very collective, that, last year was a Ma'at year. And that energy is also one to talk about, because it's the energy of, like, so many times in this patriarchal society is it that we have to find a loser, or somebody has to win, or somebody has to be put under the bus, things like that, or somebody has to be the butt of something. But it's like, does it really have to be that way? Or is that just the way that the Matrix has told us, shaped us to believe that it has to be that way? And we're choosing to not critically think for ourselves in that moment, right? Because if Ma'at in that moment would have just listened to what she was supposed to do, we would never have learned even just the divine lesson of her story, right? And it's like, so let's play that out, right? We know her now for balance, and it gives us inspiration. But if we was to think about how, if she never created this balance, we would be just a slave to patriarchal society. And some of us are slaves to patriarchal society. So I say these messages and I send you these words to wake up that God in you, right? And she said something yesterday too that was very good. God, she said it stands for, she used the acronym generator. What did she use for the O? Generator, operator, and destroyer, I think. And it's like not thinking that we're bigger than the bigger God, but realizing that we are all forms of God here working together, right? And if we think about it on the aspect of generator, operator, destroyer, that's really deep. Like, that right there in itself is a video. So yeah, I said these messages to y'all to say today to pay attention to your story. Like, you don't have to just do something because somebody tells you to, or you don't have to just follow a certain way of living because this is how everybody's doing it, or you don't have to be so sad and miserable about all the things that's happening to you because that's what everybody else does. You could be the change. You could be the difference, right? Starting with the man in the mirror. Now, another thing that she said that I'm going to touch on really quickly, and I may touch on this in another video, but another thing that she said that really touched me was she kept wondering why she kept dating angry men. And it was very interesting because I remember dating and in my journey wondering why I was having certain experiences in the dating world. And she talked about how she was like, okay, well, I'm the common denominator, right? And now I have to take the time to analyze and see, like, okay, where is it? And it was so deep to where she was like, she took time to look at the anger itself, right? The anger in her family, the anger in the generations of the mothers before her, the anger of the people, of the women, right, of the collective. So she took it, and even just in the community, period. She took it to a really deep level. And when you think about everything as energy, instead of so much thinking about things as face, right? The mask we wear, the skin suit that we walking in. Because at the end of the day, close your eyes, and who's talking? Close your eyes and say, hey, or what? Who is it? KRS-One that said, close your eyes and say Rockstar. Who's saying that? Who's saying that, right? It's you. But you are much more than this body, okay? So it really touched me when she said that, because I feel like that's where I've been in my life for like maybe the past 2 or 3 years, where I've been really just like deep dive searching on, because like the things that we attract everything, right? So whatever my earring too, we attract everything, and whatever we attract is some form of us, right? Because we spoke about the God and how we are all just one. So in these times and in these moments, this is the time for. This is why so many conflicts, so many different things arising, because this is a time for people to come together. This is time for community. And even just why I will never stop on my YouTube, I will always continue to post, is because people don't get things when they hear it the first time, second time, third time, fourth time. Everybody's TV, right? What did Kendrick say? Turn your TV off, turn your TV off. What is he saying there? Turn the programming off. But everybody don't turn the TV off at the same time. You understand? So it's something that is levels, and it's also a place of grace and love, ultimately real love, because a lot of us think we know love, but we just know action, right? Love is really not action, but possession. Love is really just the action word. So it's a time for us all to really come together on the aspect of love, and being able to, if I know this and I'm able to move in this energy, why would I not be spreading that to the next person? And releasing the need to feel judgments on that person for not getting it when you did. Releasing the need to feel like things are not going as they're supposed to, or it all just is, right? We all just are. So remember that the next time that you are experiencing a difficulty with a loved one, or with someone in close proximity to you, or someone in excuse me, I know allergy season, but even just experiencing in close proximity to you, in our day-to-day life, we go into the gas stations and things like that. Remember that if you are that one that is tapped in, tuned in, and balanced, be that, right? Because the more that you be that, the more that you spread that frequency, the more that it can override the other frequencies, right? And what people fail to realize too, and which me too myself, right? When we think about all these technology and all these new things that's here now, technology, these signals, these are blocking. I'm not going to say blocking, because it's not blocking, but not necessarily blocking. But say, like Cecilia was talking about 1990, 1980, when she was out there doing her spiritual thing. And with Bobby, when she first met him, it wasn't so much, Wi-Fi, 5G, this, that, and third. Those are things that we are the real Wi-Fi. We are the real technology. So when they create those things, when they create phones, that blocks your intuition, right? We know this. But do we really understand the aspect of that? Like, how does it block your intuition? Because I'm a powerful, say if you're a phone source too, but you're like 50 million times as big as your real phone, right? But if I can get control of this electronic big phone with this small phone, I control both. Now I have the power, right? Now I can direct the energy. And we know where attention goes. Where attention goes, energy flows, okay? So that's a message for somebody too, where it's like, be very cautious of where you're putting your attention, right? Are you paying for something in attention? And then another topic I wanted to touch on too is like, the divine feminine is rising, and so is the dark feminine, right? Within that energy, knowing how to say no, knowing how to stand up for yourself, right? But in a feminine aspect. With that energy too, it's like this energy where a lot of men, no matter who they are to you, co-workers, family, relationship, dating, whatever, a lot of men are in need of energy, right? So you can look at them as the vampires right now, especially the low vibrational ones that don't want to take themselves to a higher place or don't want to be vulnerable enough to tap into those feminine emotions. They're looking to harvest. So that's also a warning for my divine feminines as well. Don't waste your time talking to no man that is not reciprocating. Don't, even if it's family. Don't waste your energy, right? Because that's the energy harvest. And we're gonna touch on those two, the last two topics, a little bit deeper in another video. But I just wanted to give y'all some of my thoughts, and I want y'all to check that out. Okay, I'm gonna try to repost it. I'm not gonna try. I'm going to repost it in the community tab. But it's Black Magic. He did a podcast, and he had her on there this morning. Well, last night, but I watched it this morning. And also follow Cecily on all her stuff too. And hopefully y'all come out to the Wizards little get together that she be having on the weekend, because I definitely will be there. So pull up. And yeah, I want you guys to, like, my conscious beings and my people who are, on a higher level, realize that you're not on a higher level to separate yourself, but you're on a higher level to integrate that energy. To what I always tell y'all, what did I come here for? To raise the vibration of the planet. That is why you're here. You didn't come here to just have all this knowledge, to just have all these understandings, to just no, you came here to change the narrative, to ascend the planet, right? Everything is divine. It's not just happening for no reason, okay? So I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next one. Let me know how y'all like the divine conversation videos, and we'll keep this going. But I miss you guys. I am gonna do some herbs coming up, dedicated content to herbs and some workings. The first working I'm gonna redo for you guys is the ammonia working. So that's like a reversal, right? With the ammonia jars are really good one. I may do that today. But I feel like I really, really feel like I had to touch on this topic today, because a lot of times we are questioning and we have a lot of whys, but we don't have a lot of, like, oh, well, what if this is leading me to this? Or what if this is leading me to this? Like, that's just how I live my life in the essence. Like, I never really have why is this happening to me, but more so of like, what is this showing me? What is this guiding me to? What is this teaching me? So yes, I love you guys. Love yourself. It's April 1st, so we are having some new reading specials. Check out the community tab for that as well. And yes, peace, y'all.